Hello, and we are
Hello.
live. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on wherever you are watching us from. For me, it's good morning, and I appreciate God for this fourth day of October that I'm alive and in good health. And today is the day we come back here with my fellow business partners to inspire you, to inform you about this business that has transformed our lives and it continued transforming lives of ordinary people like you and me. So just stay tuned. And if you'll be watching the replay or you'll be watching us as we are live, kindly put it in the comment section and let us know where you are watching us from. I don't want to talk so much because I know time is very valuable for each one of us, and time once wasted, it cannot be recovered. And so I want to go straight to our questions, and I want to give our sister McKenna a chance to introduce herself and also take us through and tell our audience whether there is any point in your life in business that you ever felt guilty and or slowing down, and what you did about it, McKenna.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to God for today. My name is McKenna. I was born and raised in Kenya, but I live in the US. I'm a mom of three. I work with the church, and again, I am a digital business owner and a mentor. I am so grateful to God for today and for her enabling us to be here. So, Lois, I said it, that is really, yeah, you're putting me on the spot. Yeah.
You are legal
I
for
can
the
say that,
task.
yes. I always say that in this business, I started when not everything was figured out. I came to learn about the business later. In life, there are days when you feel like, you're down. There are other days you feel like, oh my goodness, this is the best day. But I have experienced all this. Sometimes when you're just like you're too busy, like today, and you have no time. In our business, as we all know, we do marketing, and there's no way you can do well in this business without making posts and doing what you're supposed to do. And sometimes I remember for I've shared this many times for like can I say 15 months? Around 1 year, all the time I kept on drifting back, drifting back. And right now, sometimes I feel, hey, I wish I never, there's that guilt. I wish I never slowed down. I wish I was able to start my business and continue without much struggle. Or maybe feeling like, oh, why did I start this? Oh, I'm not getting this. I wish I didn't have those moments. I could be very far, but still, we always say, no regret in this business. We keep pushing, we keep calling upon the name of God, we keep doing what we're supposed to. And again, at the same time, slowing down doesn't mean stopping. That is fasting. It means that you're taking time to breathe, and sometimes those moments really helped me. Because if I never took time to say, hey, I really need to slow down, I need to see to restart all over again. Because for me, I can say in June, that is when I had to restart all over again. And that has really helped me in this business. So I don't so much regret those moments of slowing down in a negative way, but all in all, my slowing down, it gave me time to breathe. It gave me time to start about the business and where I really needed to be. So those two things are for me very important in my journey, and they are part of my journey. And that's why I always say that it doesn't really have to go the way you expect it to, but don't let it go for so long. Make sure you have those moments of reset, of slowing down and taking your time to think about what your why and going back again to what you're meant to be. And that's where I am right now. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, those moments were great for me, and where I am, if I didn't have time to slow down in a positive way and think about my business, still like I cannot be where I am today. So I am forever grateful. And with that, back to you, Lois. Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. So thank you so much, McKenna, for that, those nuggets. And if you're wondering what we are talking about, what our topic is about today, we are talking the power of pause, because we believe there is still stillness is part of the journey, that we can still pause, because that is part of the journey as we go on with our lives. At times we have to put that pause and ask ourselves, are we on the right track? And not even feel guilty as we pause. So our next question will go to Lynette. Lynette, this question is for you, and your next question is why is this thing behaving like that? The next question is, what would you say to someone who feels like rest equals to failure?
Okay. Um, we are talking about the power of pause, and when you're pausing, it might be because you want to take rest. Okay, before I go further, my name is Lynette. I'm an IT professional, a mother of three, currently living in Michigan with my family, originally from Kenya. So let's talk here. We find ourselves in situations where if you keep on being too busy, the constant busyness, you begin losing yourself or you begin losing yourself. So for me, it has actually helped me find that rest has helped me to find myself. And in that stillness, I have found clarity. Okay. I'm able now to separate what is urgent from what is truly important, uh, giving me a chance to get back to my why, um, with a better focus. And I'm going to share a personal thing here. I have been up and down the whole week, helping my niece get married. And yesterday on send off, we were in this congregation, and after all is done, one of my youngest daughter calls me aside and say, "Thank you, mom, for giving us a community that understands us, a community that I can look back and left and see I have my back." And so, what does it tell me as a parent? That presence is important. And how am I in that rest? I mean, you can define rest in any way, but for me, I'm looking at rest from far from my 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 might not be one job, might be three jobs, might be four. So just taking a break from that so that I'm making sure I'm taking on a journey which is now this business that is now giving me the presence that I need to be available in the lives of those who matter. To me, it has shown me that it's not about just rushing to check those boxes or wanting to prove myself. It's reminded me that being present with people and moments that matter is what is more critical to me. And so it's about alignment for me. That rest and stillness is giving me alignment that I really need, and living in those values, or a life that is anchored in values and not just results. So rest, which is stillness for me, it's very, 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 very critical. Now, just to wind it up, the treadmill of constant striving, right? It cannot give you a moment to sit back and just, enjoy the moments, the little joys that we find in the smiles, meaningful conversations. And again, I can uh, give a story around that, but not for today. Um, it's a driver for me that I now have a vision. Yes, I'm a mother. There's a legacy I need to leave behind. What legacy am I leaving behind? It's not really per se about the checks. It's not per se about the money. I mean, uh, as I said, it's good to have it, but more importantly is what is your impact? And I can only live fully in my impact when I'm well rested. And that well resting is what gives me renewal to relook into my vision and say, what do I want to be remembered for? And not only for my kids, but beyond this. So, thank you so very much for that question. We all need rest. In that restness and stillness, I pray that you find yourself. So, thank you, my sister, for giving me a chance just to share and remind myself on why I'm here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Lynette, for that. And without further much ado, I want to give this chance to Regina to introduce herself. And after introducing yourself, Regina, you can tell our audience out there who are listening to us and who will be watching the replay after this how you do personally define productive now versus when you started. I hope I got it right. Yes, that is your question. The floor is yours, Regina.
Okay, thank you so much, Lois. Hi, everyone. For those people who are watching, my name is Regina, and I run a digital business in this amazing community together with these ladies, plus many, many more people. I'm originally from Kenya. I am a mom of three wonderful kids. I'm a nurse by profession, work 2 days a week, and then I run a digital business. So I'm a business entrepreneur and a mentor. So today I really like the topic about the power of pausing. And in regards to our business, I want to answer this question in uh, positivity of pausing. So how do you personally define productive now versus when you started? So, and it doesn't look like there's any pause in that question, but I will get there. So, uh, when I started this business, or before I started this business, I used to work a lot, to work, pick up extra shifts, all that. And at the back of my mind, for many years, and also from how we grew up, productivity mostly means like, if people are seeing you busy, like all the time busy working, you're like not even resting or very short breaks, people think you're very productive. But productivity is not, that was then. That's what I also thought at some point. Like if you see somebody just sitting, like if those days, if somebody was just in the house and not going anywhere, you'll be thinking that person is so lazy. I don't even know how they earn their money, right? And maybe that person was doing online business or something. So my mind has shifted from that, honestly, because when I before I discovered this business, I was an exhausted person, a mother who is mostly not available for the kids because I'm always busy running errands here and there, going to work 9 to 5, picking up extra shifts. And so at the end of the day, the reason you're too busy not even being available is because even that 9 to 5, you work your regular shift and do whatever you need to do, it's not enough. So you pick up extra shifts. So you look so busy. So I want to clarify here, to separate being busy from being productive. So, most of the time we think, or maybe I thought, being busy or, being like always working, working, working and running all over, it's being productive. But you can be working, you can be so busy, but there's no progress. So, but then when I discovered this business and I realized that there is a way that you can be available and you can be still earning without you physically being there, then I was like, hey, I want to check out this. So, story short, when I got into this business, I've been learning a lot on how even to be available at the same time I'm productive. So productive in most parents' mind or interpretation is being able to provide what you need to provide as a parent. Because even if you're busy and you're not providing anything, then that is not productivity. But here I'm talking about it's important to pause and you can still be productive. So productivity to me at this time is not what I used to see it then. Because then it was like you have to be busy, busy, busy. And so when you sometimes see people pausing and taking a break for a week and all that, you're like, I wonder how they're making a living. But now I know that you can pause and still be productive because the time you pause is time for reflection. You know, you're reflecting and then you are strategizing in a way or like how to come back. I know McKenna earlier talked about feeling guilty because of resting and taking a break. Yes, sometimes it depends. If you're taking a break and you haven't been doing anything, of course you're gonna be feeling guilty because what are you taking a break from? And sometimes you can even take a break from being running all over. Sometimes we do activities that are not productive, and so you become so tired and you need a break. So that break also can make you feel guilty because what are you taking a break from? You're not productive. So the rest and the pause that I'm talking about here is the pause that you need, that you really need, because okay, you've been productive, you need to pause, reflect, recharge, and move on and be more productive. So productivity to me, it's now very, very, intentional. Like you become productive even from pausing. I hope you get what I'm saying. Like it doesn't look like just being there, grinding all the time and not even pausing, not even, that exhausts even your body physically. And when you show up, you don't show up with freshness. And so, of course, you're going to be less productive. We all know that. Like when you show up tired, you are not productive. So, um, what I would finalize with is just to conclude my first point, like productivity is not about being busy, but it can also be being smart. And I want to tie this to our online business because we have a system that works for us, automation that works in the background. Even when we are doing other things, our business is working for us. So if you look at that, I could be pausing, I could be resting and doing my own other things, away from what we think that we should be doing busy, but I have a system that is working for me. So I could be posting at the same time, very, very productive and not physically exhausted. And so, and that's why for me, like I now work 2 days because I have a system that works for me. I don't have to be there. So I have time to pause, to focus, to reflect and to refocus and move on and to strategize, to see, to sit down with my kids and strategize on the next move and how we can do it productively, even outside the business, just the normal life. So I know I could keep going on and on and on, but I want to stop there and give it back to Lois.
Thank you so much, Regina. And you should never feel guilty to go on and on and on, because we know when we start talking about our business, we are so passionate about it that we want to talk so that we hammer that point. So it's always my pleasure, Regina, listening to you. And thank you so much for talking to our audience who are out there. So let's continue. And this time I want to give Beatrice a chance to also take our audience through this question and tell us rather, even as we are still in the business, maybe we are not sure of this, but Beatrice, if you could give us some nuggets, because maybe we took that step back, we paused, but there is nothing that came out of it. So we want to hear it from you. What is one thing that you gained from taking a step back? Welcome, sis.
Thank you, Sister Lois, for giving me this time. And thank you so much, ladies, for taking this time so we can show up and show and share our knowledge to our audience. It's really, really important because we never know who was looking for this message today. If we didn't show up, maybe we kept it in our closet, in our whatever, in our secret place, and somebody need it. So, by the way, my name is Beatrice. I am a mother of four, a preschool teacher, and I am an online business owner. Thank you so much. I am going straight to the question. What have you gained uh, by taking a step back? Right. There is a lot. There is a lot. You know what? When I grew up, I grew up with my grandma, and when I go to the farm to work there, and if I take just a little bit of break, it's like, oh, that's how you work up laziness in your body. Stop it taking a break. Keep it moving. Keep it going. And if I'm tired, I want to take a break. For her, it was like, you know, you're gonna feel like you don't want, you are tired. You are now like informing your mind that you are tired, your brain. Don't do that. So in business, they're telling us keep showing up, be consistent, do this and that, move it forward, don't skip any day. Yes, all these are good, but on the other hand, stepping back, it's a very, very powerful move that maybe I need to do or to take or to make. You know what? Because when you step back, there is something that you gain. You gain a lot when you step back. As a preschool teacher, when a kid is trying to go like emotional, I say, no, 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 no. Take a deep breath. And I will even help her. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, deep and breathe out. Okay, smell flower and breathe out. You see, I'm trying to get what that kid to regain his or her mood again, so he won't go like the anger or emotion that she or he was in. The same when we keep going, moving forward. Sometimes we get the point where we're stuck and then we don't know what to do. The solution is to step back a little bit, step back a little bit. That means it doesn't mean quitting. It doesn't mean you stop what you are doing, quit your project or your business. It doesn't mean that. It means something very important, which is you are now learning about clarity. You gain clarity about what? About your vision, about your goal, the clarity about your why, the reason why you started this online business. Taking a break, it doesn't mean quit. No, you are getting a clarity about what kind of people do I want to work with? Are the community that I am working with good people to support me? Are this good team of accountability to go with, to keep moving with? That's where when you are taking a break, you are learning. You are getting something. You are realigning your vision, your intention. So when you come back with fresh focus, with fresh energy, with fresh mindset, and then you will move forward. So, friends, whoever is listening to us over there, the message is for you. If you feel stuck, you feel like moving forward is working more. On the other hand, you need a break. Take a step back, rethink, redo it, and you will move forward after then, and you will see the result. Thank you so much, Sister Lois.
Thank you so much, Beatrice, for those nuggets and reminding us that when we take a setback, we are just preparing for ourselves for the next step. And so, just wide as up is I am going to be talking your host today, who is Lois, originally from Kenya, who always forget to introduce herself when she's hosting. I am Lois, originally from Kenya, and currently I live in Oregon, USA, together with my family, a mother to one young adult, and a legal assistant by profession, and a proud digital business owner. I thank the Lord for giving me this business ladies that we partner with here to come and do this Go Live. And today we are talking about the power of pause and knowing that there is stillness in the stillness is part of this journey. And so I will be talking about why do we give up? why do you give yourself permission to reset without guilty? And for sure, I want to tell you, you don't need anybody permission. You don't need to feel any guilty for you to reset, because what you have to remember is that you are a human, and you're using human body, you're using blood, and you're using your mind, and your mind at some point, it will tell you, it will signal you, even your body will signal you and tell you, you need to slow down, or you need to pause. And just not talking about our business, I want to just talk about when it comes to these customs jobs that we are used to when we migrate to these countries, because we come and work, and we have been told that is the norm for you to make ends meet. At times, your body will tell you you need to pause, and it is very important you listen to your body. And giving yourself permission to reset or even to pause, it's not a weakness, it's wisdom, because you're kind of giving yourself some synergy on what you're going to do next. So you'll come out more stronger and more powerful. And you have to remember, you don't have pour out from an empty cup. So if you feel like, I think I've gotten to the blame, I don't think I do have any more information to give, because what matters most in our business, we have to continue giving information by the content that we create, by doing the ads. And at times you may feel like your mind is, I don't know whether it is me who feels like that. At times I feel like my mind has, I can't think anymore. And so I take a pause. And so that time I do not have anything to pour out to my audience. And so I do not want just to pour it for the sake of doing it. So I need to pause and rethink and allow myself to slow down, recharge, and realign without even feeling any guilty. So you don't have to worry why, and you don't have to feel guilty when you're not, when you pause, because you have all the permission to do yourself. You know yourself better than anybody who is watching. You know what you're thinking, you know what you're going through, because life is not just about work, life is not about business. We say we are people who have other things that we do, and those things can also weigh us down. And when they weigh us down, we may not be able to think straightforward. We may not be able to be more productive. Regina talked about productivity. And when you are not productive, there is no need of us just producing something for the sake of doing it. We just have to say, pause. Lois, pause. And remember, instead of telling yourself, I should be doing more, remind yourself resting is part of doing more, because when you're resting, you're kind of putting yourself together, preparing yourself for the next thing that you're going to be pouring, and you owe it to your purpose. You have to remember yourself, your family, and your cup is not coming out of fumes. So you're not producing fumes because you're just doing it for the sake of doing it. But make sure that what you're producing is something that really productive and something meaningful. So take that deep breath. Even right now, we can take that deep breath and say, we want to refocus. How do we want our goal lives to be from the next weekend? So we take a deep breath, reset, refocus, and rise again when we are more stronger, more energized, because our story is just beginning, and it is not over, and it is evolving every day, and we are moving to greater heights from today to tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll be celebrating, and we say, I know at some point I took a break, I know at some point I took a pause, but that pause was not meant like a discouragement or something to say like I gave up. I was just preparing myself for the next step. It's, I want to say, because at times when you feel like giving yourself that permission of pausing, so for that you don't feel guilty, you may encounter a challenge. And instead of giving up, I think the best thing is just to take that pause and decide, how do I want to tackle this challenge that is ahead of me? That's for me, that is the way I can be able to know I'm not really giving up, but I'm just pausing to strategize how this setback is going to be something more important in my business, in my life, and anything that surrounds me. And so I think we've come to the end of our Go Live today. It might have been short because most of the other times our Go Lives are a bit longer, But we tell you, we run this business alongside our other activities. We also have other responsibilities, our families. And so, because we need to attend to that, that's why we decided to make it shorter today. But before I edit off, I don't want to leave anybody behind who may be feeling that they want to say something before we edit. So I want to give a chance to Beatrice, Regina, and McKenna. Just say, if you have something else to add, just say it, and we can close our live today. I'm assuming that because there's nobody who has unmuted. Oh, Regina, I see you want to say something.
Oh, I just unmuted to say to wish everyone a good weekend, the rest of the weekend, and to remind anyone out there who need to pause to do it without feeling guilty, and make sure that after the pause you're going to be productive in whatever you do as a parent, as an auntie, whoever you are. Take that pause if it's necessary and refocus, reset, and show up being more productive. That's all I wanted to say. God bless you.
God bless you too, Regina. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. Beatrice, you want to say something?
Now just say amen.
Okay, amen.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe for me, I can say that it takes the grace of God for somebody to realize that you need to pause. Because this world, the way things are, it's like you feel like you keep going and going and going and going. But I pray that today God will just help you to realize that you need to pause and slow down a little bit so that you can think and maybe even see how much God has done in your life. Otherwise, we welcome you to this business. This is what we do. We have learned a lot. And don't stay alone. Don't just stay in your own cocoon. Come out, enjoy this business, and we will work together. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much for that, McKenna. And I want to say, if you're wondering what we are talking about, you see, all of us, we do have our website on our screens. All what you have to do, those are our shops. They all start with www. You go there and make sure you put your name and email address. And once you do that, you watch the webinar and the other steps you follow. And I want to tell you, remember, our business is grounded on integrity. So don't go to McKenna's website, Regina's website, and Beauty's website and put your name in each and every website. Decide, who do you feel that talks in a calm voice that you enjoy, that you want to continue hearing for the rest of your life as you run and as you change your business. Who talks in that loud voice that makes you wake up from your dream? McKenna, you are muted. Who wakes up, makes
I'm
the
like, calm voice. Some of us never come in this life.
who has that voice that wakes you up from that dream,
Okay,
that
yeah, maybe that
cocoon?
voice that wakes them up because mine will just wake them up. I'll roar like a lion. Yes, I'm
Like
like,
a
I'm a
Yes,
big
preacher.
mama
that voice,
lion.
that voice that wakes you up from that cocoon. That is the one that I want to. Who gives you that smile that makes you feel like, well,
Oh,
that smile
now
made
there
me
you go
my day.
again. There you go again. You better head.
So that is what I'm
Oh my
talking
goodness.
about. That person who makes you feel that is the person I want you, that you choose that person. And when you make that decision, that is the person you go to. Because when you go up and down, the the system will tell you that is not the way to go, my sister. We have integrity here. You have to choose one person, and that is, I've just given a few things that I feel like if I looked at this person and I saw, wow, okay, Regina is giving me a smile. I think she's the one. Oh, I need somebody to be waking me up. That is McKenna. I need that soothing voice that talks and talks and I just listen. That is Beatrice. That is Evie to me. So if you're like me and you feel like that, you know the person to choose, and you get into our business and enjoy what we have been enjoying. So for with those few remarks, I want to say God bless you. Until we see you the next time, it's bye from us, and enjoy
God
your
bless
weekend.
you. Have a good weekend.
Yes.
Mhm.
Have a nice week.